Next story, we're going to talk about other people supposedly scamming and frauding, and it involves gambling and the mafia, allegedly. Allegedly! We're going to update the story. This is newer story. The new updated story is from ABC News. So we're going to close the outdated one from NBC Miami because they've had a press conference this morning. So since 10 o'clock, they've had a press conference. And all right, so ABCNews.com, Aaron Cattersky, Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups, charged in illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. That's right. You can play poker, but don't be a big old gamble. Don't get involved with the mafia. Let's put it that way, because they're always going to get you in debt. Here's what happens. Okay, it's the reason why this is illegal. You're the coach of the Portland Trailblazers, right? And you're playing poker with a bunch of mafia guys. Yeah, these guys got money. I got money. Let's go. Oh, shit, I lost. Oh, I don't have enough money to cover it. Hey, guys, you know what I can do to cover that bet? I can fix the next game. So that's why he's been arrested.
Yep.
Portland Trailblazers, yeah, that's how that works. And again, they would say the same thing about Pete Rose. Pete Rose only gambled on his own team. But I'm saying, yeah, but did he gamble the same amount on his own team? Because if he didn't gamble the same amount every day, he was tipping off bettors. Why is he only betting 50 instead of 100? Oh, he must think he's going to lose. Let's change the odds. That's how that works. You're tipping off gamblers. That's what they don't want. Again, every state, almost nearly every state in America has now legalized sports gambling, but some of them don't. And other gambling is illegal in the ones where it isn't, really. Portland Trailblazers, let's start the story, huh? Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups has been charged in a illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, while Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier is among several people charged in a separate but related illegal gambling case, authorities announced on Thursday. Billups, in his fifth season as head coach, was arrested in Oregon, where he was expected to make an initial court appearance on Thursday, sources said. The poker games are allegedly rigged in favor of those running the games. Obviously, getting involved in a rigged poker game and then losing your money and having to be compromised. Way to go, coach. Using advanced technology such as rigged shuffling machines and even X-ray technology to read cards facing down at the table, U.S. Attorney Joseph Nocella Jr. said, rigged poker game is definitely illegal. Poker can be illegal. If something's illegal, cheating at it has to be illegal, right? If something's legal, cheating at it has to be illegal. There you go. That's a very simple thing, right? It's like basketball is legal. Cheating at basketball, definitely not legal. Like you can't go out during a timeout and score 50 points while the other team's not on the field. That's not points. That's not scoring. Anyway, there's rules. There's rules to everything, right? Christopher Rea, assistant director in charge of the FBI's New York field office, called it a massive nationwide takedown of 34 defendants in connection of two separate with two separate sports betting and illegal poker schemes. Among the defendants are current and former NBA coaches, players, as well as 13 Mafia members and associates, Rea said. Billups coached the Trailblazers in their season opener on Wednesday night, a loss to the Miami Timberwolves, so he went out in style. I hope you won some money on that one, buddy. Anyway, Billups is also a Hall of Fame player, mostly for the Detroit Pistons, before retiring in 2014. He was a five-time All-Star in his 17 years in the NBA. He led the Pistons to the NBA title in 2004. He really did lead them. He was their point guard. He was a leader. He became a coach. Not a bad coach, but can't stay away from the gambling. He was the number 3 overall pick in 1997 and finished his career with 15.3 points and 5.4 assists per game. No word on his turnovers or block shots or how many games he rigged back in his playing days. We don't even know. Rozier and his former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones were charged in a separate case. Authorities announced he allegedly passed inside information to 4 co-defendants who are accused of passing the information to a network of sports bettors, sources said. These bettors allegedly place wagers on online sports books or retail betting outlets, which prohibit betting based on non-public information. The indictment included an example from March 23rd, 2023, when Rozier, then playing for the Charlotte Hornets, allegedly tipped off a co-defendant that he planned to leave the game early with a purported injury, sources said. He left the game 9 minutes in. The co-defendant and others alleged placing allegedly placed $200,000 in wagers betting Rozier would underperform his statistics. Yeah, simplest bet in the world. Boy, there sure was a lot of money bet on one guy not performing today. That's not a tip-off. Why would that bet exist?
That was like that's a terrible job there.
Yeah, it's like, maybe bet it in $100 increments in separate accounts, not $200,000. I don't know. Maybe it was in $100 increments. I don't know. FBI Director Kash Patel is the brains of, I don't know, this little snow globe right here. Kash Patel is not very bright, and he's a liar. So we're gonna quote him anyway. FBI Director Kash Patel, how he got to become it's just a disgrace to this country. This guy's a law enforcement person. It's just a disgrace. FBI Director Kash Patel announced the charges at news conference Thursday, saying over 30 people were arrested in the historic and ongoing cases. Who cares what he has to say? Rozier is 11th year in the league, so he should know better. Maybe he's just fading and he didn't save any money. I don't know. He's appeared in 665 games. His average 39 points per game. That's not bad. That's a pretty damn nice NBA scoring averages. Over 665 games played. He was a key contributor to Boston Celtics on playoff runs in 16 through 19 before joining the Charlotte Hornets. His team opened the 2025 season Wednesday night in Orlando, but Rozier did not play as he deals with a hamstring injury. I don't know if that was tied to the game. Oh, I got another injury! Faking injuries, are we? Last year, former Toronto Raptors forward Jonte Porter, we reported on this, pleaded guilty to wire fraud and received a lifetime NBA ban after he bet on his team to lose. Pretended to be hurt for gambling purposes and shared confidential information with gamblers. And there was Malik Beasley was also being investigated earlier this year, but those charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. So just because you went into a game and you checked out after 5 minutes with an injury, he could have been a legitimate injury. But again, my thing, you can do your segue now. I'm finished the story.
Your segue. I thought you had more to say.
Nah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Short
Sounds
story.
like you're about to say more. Okay, my joke is... What's the difference between the IRS and the Mafia?
The Mafia... I don't know.
The Mafia at least gives you protection when you pay.
Ha ha ha! That's true.
The other day, I met the godfather of the Scottish Mafia.
Yeah.
He made me an offer I couldn't understand.
I know that, man. Yeah, that brings back memories.
You're from Glasgow.
Yeah, that brings back memories. Every conversation I had in Scotland. I'm looking at you. Did you understand what he said?
Yes.
Anyway,
I listened to a lot of British people, I guess. Okay, not that Scottish
British.
British.
If it was British, it would be easy. Whatever.
Well, British
some
isn't
of those
an
people were
accent.
saying.